it's Napalm Monday, and we already know that, but it's a special Napalm Monday. I've been wanting to do this for over a year now. It's officially Hans Plotz Day, or at least on this channel, and probably at his house, because every day at Hans's house is Hans Plotz Day. At least that's what I've been told. Here we go, guys. Here we go. My name is OldSkuleNerd. Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. Okay, so you've got Jenny and Morton. Okay, so Jenny comes from Feuerschwanz. Morton comes. Well, Jenny's the harp player from Feuerschwanz. Okay, yeah. Okay, and she's also a violinist. Okay, so and then you have Morton, who's the drummer for Mammoth, right? You have Melissa Bonney, who is the singer for pretty much everybody's projects in the last 2 years. Oh, and she also has a band called Ad Infinitum, which I love. But there's a guy, right? And I don't know if it's his beard, which is always on point, if it's the clothes he wears, if it's his amazing collection of awesome hats, or if it's the gorgeous guitars that he just plays beautiful, beautiful stuff on. But he's a really formidable guitar player, and he's a pretty swaggery guy. I mean, I've watched him do some of his live streams with Feuerschwanz and stuff. He's a great guy. But he just captivates people, both with his musical prowess and this project that him and the other 3 members of Dark Side of the Moon have created. Last year, when they announced, Napalm announced that they had signed a new band. And the name of this band was Dark Side of the Moon. I was like, all right. So I clicked it. I was like, who's trying to be Pink Floyd here? And then it was explained that Hans Plotz, Melissa Bonney, Morton, and Jenny were getting together to form a project, a labor of love, if you will. And the idea behind this is they're going to do interpretations and recreations, okay, of classic ballads from movies, TV, and video games, pretty much any medium, any musical or artistic medium that has a song that they love. They want to reinterpret it, recreate it into a form of both folk music, beautiful vocalism, and metal all at the same time. And the name of the project is Dark Side of the Moon. So I thought on Hans Plotz Day, the first one we should react to, and no, I told Hans last week that it was Hans Plotz Day Monday. He was like, why? I'm like, because you're awesome. He's like, oh, thanks, bud. Yeah, I messaged him on Instagram. He's like, cool. He's like, why? He's like, he's a very humble guy. So when somebody says, dude, Monday is Hans Plotz Day, he's like, okay, number 1, okay, why? Number 2, thank you. Yeah, and he's a humble guy. So anyway, we're gonna react to this song. It's called May It Be. It's from The Lord of the Rings. The last one they did was Jenny Oldstones, which a lot of you people know. A lot of all of you know that is from Game of Thrones. Okay, and that's cool. But they're going to Lord of the Rings now. Looking forward to this song. And like all great projects do, they're bringing in a collaboration. They're bringing in another vocalist. Now, not just any vocalist. You know, they do have connections. They know some people. But they decided to go to a friend of theirs, and her name is Charlotte Wessel. Now, Charlotte has been in the game, for about 22 years, 23 years. She first started with a band called To Elysium, and then she was in a band called Delane. Now, of course, Delane has since dissolved, broken up earlier last year, unfortunately. But she's gone ahead and she's made a solo project. I believe it's called Tales from 6 Feet Under. I believe it's something like that. But if you look up Charlotte Wessels, you'll see it. Okay, but she brings a unique vocal styling. Now, some of the stuff I've checked out is you have look. In Europe, you have your choice. I mean, come on, throw a rock, you're going to hit an epic female metal vocalist, whether it be Melissa, Nor Luhimo, or Flor Jensen, or I mean, come on, the list goes on, right? You could go across the pond, and grab a little Canadian woman from British Columbia and be like, is the Archer coming? And she probably will do it. They love performing and they love creating art. So, but Charlotte Wessels has a unique voice. It kind of reminds me of Melissa Bonney, but she does have a little bit more raspiness to it, a little bit more texture in her vocals, which is going to be kind of a cool dynamic between her and Melissa Bonney. Looking forward to it. So, in celebration of Hans Plotz Day, I still haven't figured out why March 4th is Hans Plotz Day. I don't know. It's just, why not, right? What else are you doing today? Hold on. Let's find out. Let's look it up. I want to look it up. Let's look it up. Okay. What are our other choices? Okay. If we don't do Hans, get out of the way. Stupid rhinoceroses. Okay. Hold on. Let's look it up. Hold on. I'm going to look it up because it's important. It's important to me. It's important to you. Okay. March 4th is, okay. What day is March 4th? March 4th is National Employee Appreciation Day. No. What else happens March 4th? Spanish flu strikes on March 4th, 1918, kills 100 million people. Okay, well, that's not good. We need to, replace that. What other holidays are on March 4th? The Great New York City Fire of 1845 breaks out in Lower Manhattan. Okay. So I think it's I think that's it. Well, if March 4th, if that's all that's going on, it's National Day of Unplugging. It's Toy Soldier Day, National Tartar Sauce Day, National Pound Cake Day, National Dress in Blue Day, Marching Band Music Day, National Grammar Day. Well, that's not going to apply to me. World Obesity Day. All right. I think we could safely assume we're going to go with Hans Plotz Day. Hans Plotz Day. March 4th. That's the best suggestion I've seen so far. All the other ones, very, whatever. We could do better. And we just did. Okay, let's go for it. May it be Dark Side of the Moon, Hans Plotz, Jenny, Morton, and Melissa Bonney, joined today by Miss Charlotte Wessel. I'm excited. Let's go. Come on.
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true. You walk a lonely road.
I don't know who's doing the bass line in this, but whoever recorded the bass line for this song just made my heart happy. That bass line literally harmonized with the two vocalists perfectly. Of course, Jenny's amazing on the harp. Back it up a little bit. Remember, I told you, Charlotte's vocal reminds me a lot like Melissa's vocal, except Melissa's voice is extremely smooth and silky when she's doing her non-growl, her non-harsh vocal. Whereas Charlotte, a little bit more texture, very similar tone, very beautiful. They're very similar. One is a little bit more textured, one is a little bit more silky smooth, but together, this was a great choice. Let's...
Lonely road, oh how far you are from home. May it be an evening star
I want everyone to listen to the ride work. Okay. I don't get to talk enough about Morton because there's so much other stuff going on with Melissa doing this, and because she does that a lot. And Hans is always posing because it's Hans, and Jenny's over there, you know, it's all great. Not enough about Morton, but on this one, he gets to shine. I want to bring it back. Are you going anywhere? No, you're not. It's Hans Plot's day. Hang out. So we're going to go back a little bit in this one because I want you to get a chance to listen to Morton do this. On this build-up between between the verse and the chorus, he does this run where he's hitting the ride on the quarter notes, okay? And then he throws in mid-measure, mid-line, he drops, a double hit on the cymbals, but yet drops back into that build with that ride. A lot of people play the ride during choruses, right? Because you hear that ride run on a chorus. He's doing a ride run instead of a hi-hat. He's running that ride cymbal in the build-up before the chorus. And then goes into the chorus section. He's playing standard, big cymbal hits on the downbeats, give that epic feel. But then in the middle of that chorus, you're going to hear him do some really good ride cymbal work where he's hitting the bells of the ride and the bells of his crashes and splashes to give that. It's great cymbal work. I got you, Morton. You thought you were going to get away with this. These ears do not lie. Well, sometimes they do. I'm fairly deaf. It's because I play drums too much. All right. I wanna go back to this build up so you can hear it. Here we go. He's using the ride on the build up. Love that. Good job, sir. When they told Charlotte and Melissa, okay, we're bringing in a stock horse, and they were like a horse? We get to ride a horse? Yeah, you're going to ride a horse, but it's not going to be like any horse you've ever seen. It's going to be like the bulldog of horses. We're not going to get a full-size Belgian where it's like 8 feet tall, and you're going to need a ladder to get on it, and if you fall off, it may take you 20 minutes to hit the ground. No. We're going to get you a horse that looks just like a Belgian, broadside and in the flanks, but it's shorter, so you don't look like you're riding, in an airplane. But this horse is going to look like a linebacker or a scrum lineman in rugby. He's going to be a monster, but he's going to be adorable and cute, and you guys are going to look so tiny on top of him because, yeah, that horse is built like a truck. It looks like a stock horse. I know there are some people that are really into horse husbandry, and you could tell me the breed of horse that is, particularly. All I know is it is a monster horse. You see in all these movies, you see all these guys in the armor for the Lord of the Rings, and they're riding these little elven ponies, right? These tiny little horses. And you don't realize that there are horses that are gigantically broad-shouldered, and the flanks and hoofs and legs and neck are just monstrosities. And they use them for pulling and stock pulling, but also for battle roans because of their squat size and their power. They're not quick horses, but you see a lot of these horses used in police work because they're just so massive. They're so imposing in their size. I think it's a beautiful representation to have Melissa and to have Charlotte riding, these two very slender women riding this massive stock horse because he's so wide in the shoulders and in the flanks. It's imposing to see. Also, during Hans's little mini solo he did on there, I don't know who does his costuming, but that dude got some slick outfits. Yeah. I mean, you could, I make D&D characters based upon people I see on YouTube and musicians and whatnot. To make a D&D character for Hans would literally be take exactly what you see and go bard. Done. Don't you have to make other? No, he's fine just like he is. What about armor? Nope, he's already there. Does he need to have? Nope. This Hans looks exactly like a D&D bard already. Perfect bard character done. He's just got his own guitar. Yeah. Let's finish this out. I talk too much, but I'm excited. It's Hans Plot's Day, damn it. That was good. I hear 4 voices in this. In the background, you can hear Melissa, you can hear Charlotte, but also in the background, you can hear someone doing a harsh vocal. That might be Melissa in the harsh vocal. And then I also hear another rendition. It's a falsetto way in the top. So I'm hearing 4 vocals. Maybe the girls went up and did different harmony tracks. Also, back it up a little bit. I want you to listen to the rapid pedal work and fills that Morten is putting in mid-measure that give this song such an epic build. There's a lot of bands out there that are making a lot of epic symphonic metal. But Dark Side of the Moon is doing it exactly how you want it because they're just a 4-piece, But, well, technically, musically, they're a 3-piece, but the way that Morten is setting up these drums and the way that Jenny sets in your string instruments, give it the epicness, but Morten is not laying off at all. It's not slowing down. He has gradually built this rhythm section, this drum play out, where he starts off very minimalistic and then he adds layer upon layer every round they do, every rendition, every reprisal. And when you get to this crescendo chorus at the end that they're repeating, he keeps adding one little triplet here, one tom hit here, a mini tom roll in mid-line, or rapid pedal work real quick, just filling in to where there's never a lull. It constantly builds. Morten had to be very patient in performing the song to where he didn't go too far at the beginning because he wanted a place to go for the end, because this ending is absolutely perfection. It really is. Listen to the drum work. He has been adding little bits throughout the entire song. That's what makes Dark Side of the Moon so unique, because they know how to tell a story. That's what passion projects do, man. Hear it? That was perfect. That was pretty cool. All right. So yeah, it's Hans Plot's day, but at the same time, I got to tip my hat to Morton on this one. I mean, it's some of the best drum work I've heard. Look, when I say drum work, I know that I've done reactions to Meshuggah. I've done reactions to all kinds of drummers. Slaughter to Prevail's drummers, ridiculous. So all these drummers that can play extremely fast, intricate work. The musicianship is through the roof. Winter Sun, come on, really? We've done them all. But for what this song is doing, Morton builds slowly and keeps to the tone of the song, adding exactly what you want. If you guys remember how my favorite drumming work of last year was Gojira's, right? We Were Born for One Thing. I just felt that drum work, it wasn't the fastest, but it had the most texture, the most dynamic that I've heard in a long, long time. For this genre to be able to tell epic stories, stay within the folk tone of the song, but still give it that metal edge and build like you want a song like this to build, Morton did it perfectly. I love his work on this song. That's how I feel about it. Now, I had to give Morton props, but of course, Melissa and Charlotte, the vocal work is perfect. Jenny, as always, string accompaniments are perfect. But again, I just want to say, we're just going to get back to it. I'm going to say it again. It is still Hans Plot's day. So, that was Dark Side of the Moon. May It Be from Lord of the Rings. Outstanding video. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I'm doing this one first. Coming up in just a couple of hours, we're continuing with Hans Plot's day. Next one, the latest from Feuerschwanz. My name is Old School Nerd. Check us out on OldSkuleNerd.com. It's got all of our social media posts, the Patreon link for those who want to support the channel, and the merchandise store. Also, don't forget, we have a Discord, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm always doing some stupid stuff. You never understand what's going to happen next because I do crazy things like, we don't have enough good holidays on March 4th. Let's dedicate it to a German guitarist in a top hat. Yeah, I did that. Hey, and if you enjoy what we're doing here,
and put a like.
Oh, and speaking of Gojira, to all of you.
Muchas fucking gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Duplantis.